Welcome to In the Green Room. I'm Kinga.
And I'm Chet.
And this is Martin.
And I'm David.
And we've got David. And we are wine tasting all day rosé.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the heat of the summer, so you got to drink something light and refreshing. And rosé is the perfect wine for that.
And you know when you have kind of like a rough few days where it rains, it pours, rosé all day is a good thing.
I love it. Well, this rosé, we're gonna start with the Rosé Pescador.
And that is from...
What was the one we already have, though?
No, this
we
is...
already have one poured out.
Well, because she wanted to start with this one.
I want to start with
this
one.
is the one I just handed you.
The lighter pour.
The lighter pour.
This one.
Yep, that one.
This one.
That one is this
Spain.
Rosé Pescador. It's from Spain.
So then what was the other one?
Is it Pescador or
Okay.
Pescator? I think it's Pescador. With a D.
I think it is Pescador.
See? Pescador.
That's right.
Yeah.
Pescador.
And what's
Cheers.
the reason that you wanted to start with this one?
It's a big deal because they are collaborating to save the marine creatures, the marine life. And it's called CRAM. And Owen's going to come to the mic and tell us about CRAM. He's going to read
This
this
one's
something.
nice and light.
All right, so.
Do you want to face the camera, Owen? No, we don't want to see your back. We want to see your face. There we go.
So the CRAM Foundation is a nonprofit organization responsible for attending to any endangered marine animals beached alongside the Catalan coastline in accordance with an agreement signed with the Catalan government. And then in addition to its clinical and rescue activity, the foundation also runs conservation and research projects with organizations from the scientific and university sector, and they develop educational and social awareness raising activities based around the marine environment, as well as have a special emphasis on the social values of respecting the environment.
Wow. Well, already this one could be my favorite, just because they are helping save our
Yeah,
Our
who doesn't
fishes.
love dolphins?
Yeah.
I'm more of a dolphin person than a fish person, personally, but
anything in
Team
the
Dolphin.
marine life.
Team dolphin. Well, I mean, dolphins, whales,
yeah, anything
all
that's
of
being
What do you
beached.
mean, marine?
all the mammals, I think, are pretty cool.
Oh, yeah,
The sharks and
definitely.
the fish and all them.
Definitely.
I'll eat them.
So wow, I think
Well, this is a really nice light wine, and for a $12 wine, remind our listeners where did you get this?
we went to Faraway Wines,
Mhm.
and they are a
Was
local.
it actually far away? Where is it?
Yes,
It's only
very
2 miles
far.
from here, so it's not far away from
Okay.
here, but it might be far away from you.
It's 32nd Street and Indian School. And they call it Faraway Wines because they have their favorite wines from all over the world.
Mhm.
They have a lot of local wines too. But it is sustainable because it's a local business.
Gotcha.
And if we're supporting a local business, we're being sustainable. And that's why we're here saving the planet.
One
One
show at a time. That's right.
And the fact that Rosé Pescador from Spain is collaborating with the CRAM Foundation to save
Mhm.
our ocean creatures, that's a big deal. What do you think about that, Chad?
That's awesome. And it would actually ironically pair pretty well with a lot of seafood dishes. I
That was
probably,
funny.
It's true. I would
That was
probably
funny.
make this with like some sea bass or something.
Yeah, honestly.
Absolutely. No, it's very tasty.
So
It's,
I would love a
Kind of
it's all
ironic.
about sustainable fishing, right? That's really what it's about.
Yeah, so source your
taking
seafood
care.
from a sustainable
Yeah.
Mhm.
Get a nice
fishery or
salmon.
farm.
And
Treat yourself.
Spanish wine. I've had a few Spanish wines in my life, but most of them I've really liked, and I really like this one. It's very, I don't know, tangy for
Dry. It's very dry.
It's very dry.
In fact, they describe it as fruity but dry.
yeah,
on the back
I
of the
totally
wine.
get that. It's got a little tang to it, and yeah, it's delicious.
Owen, can you look up how we would define for people that want to know what dry wine means?
This tastes
Mm.
like whenever you would go to, like the fake plastic place that are like grapes
Mhm.
that they have for tables. This tastes like what I always imagined those tasted like.
Right,
That makes sense.
right, yeah.
Very like just fluffy
Mhm.
and like almost
Well,
like
and,
cotton
and what's
candy.
beautiful, these dry wines, what that means is that they've used almost all of the sugar, if not all of the sugar, turning that into alcohol, because that's where the alcohol content comes from in wine, is that they use a yeast that eats the sugar and turns it into alcohol.
So, meaning if something's very dry, that means it doesn't taste sweet.
Yeah, it's not sweet.
It could taste
that the
sweet,
definition?
it just
Yeah.
doesn't have sugar.
Okay, Owen, come to the
Yeah,
mic
it's spot
and
on.
define
No,
it.
it's-
Yeah,
yeah,
Define
exactly
it.
what you
Come
just
on.
said.
Here.
A dry wine,
Here, I can get a
simply a wine that has no residual sugar, meaning it isn't sweet.
There we
So,
go.
yeah, you guys defined it perfect.
Okay, great. So dry wine is no residual sugar and not sweet. Okay, there
We
we
just
go.
need to get Owen his own mic. It's not very efficient.
Yeah.
We
Already
keep
working
weaving
on it.
him
Do
over
we
back
have
and
a
forth.
mic for him?
Yep.
Okay, great. He's got a mic for him. All right, thank you. Well, we're
So,
learning as
so
we go.
inefficient.
Well, why didn't you come up with that earlier?
I was
Well, it's
literally
just
thinking
so obvious.
the same
Okay,
Little
there we
waddle
go.
over.
There we go. Okay, so so back to this Rosé Pescador. I taste to me it's very summery. It's very crisp. It's very light. I agree with it's very dry. Like you don't taste any residual sugar. And I would pair this with something spicy. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
don't you? Something
Perfect
that like.
wine to drink while you go fishing. Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
actually not.
Well, you don't
But
want it to
If you
over.
catch and release, then yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, I'm getting some plum in the mid and back palate. There is it is a nice dry, but there's enough acid. What Richard talks about, acid to keep it on the tongue.
Tannins.
Just doesn't. I don't taste any tannins. That's more of an earthy red wine thing. I don't get any tannins on this one.
But I thought rosé, because it is made with some red wine, isn't rosé like a Pinot and a Chardonnay mixed?
It can be. There's all different kinds of rosés. So there are rosés that they mix. They'll take a dark red wine and they'll mix it with a white wine and they'll make a rosé. There's like the Pinot grape is the flesh, the grape part, the juice part of the grape is white grape, but the skin is red.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you like the Pinot, you can is it Pinot?
So wait, but to make a rosé, we mix a red wine and a white wine, don't we?
No.
Well, for example, I was drinking Schramsberg from Calistoga, California,
Right.
yesterday, and that's our America's Champagne
Right.
from California. But technically, a champagne's not a champagne unless it's from Champagne, France. So it's not a champagne; it's a sparkling
Right.
brut rosé,
Mhm.
and that is made up of mostly Pinot and Chardonnay.
Right.
So that's
But
a red wine.
But that's not all. That's not all rosés. So
Mhm.
some of them are that way. The other ones, are certain grapes that have, if you squeeze the juice out of them, it'll come out white, like a white wine.
Mhm.
But they have a red skin, and so they just leave it in the skins for just just a little while, just to give it a little bit of color and taste, and then they take it out early. Or if they leave it on for a long time, then they'll actually turn it into a red wine. I think Zinfandel is one of those grapes. That's why you can get the white Zinfandel, because it's the actual inside of the Zinfandel grape is white.
I think Owen has looked it up.
Yeah,
see. Okay,
so-
Owen.
Could I see that bottle?
Put the mic up.
All right, so lighter skinned red grapes with fruity characteristics are great candidates for rosé. So that's what they use.
Interesting.
Makes sense,
Okay,
yeah.
good. So so from now on, Owen's gonna be our fact checker.
Right, and there's
checker.
also
So
we've also had before, and it was an Arizona wine, and it was an actual red wine that was on the skins, but it wasn't much darker. It was a little bit darker than this.
Which
So,
one was it?
I don't remember. I'll have to think of it because I think I took a picture of it. But it was a really lighter colored red wine, Arizona wine, and so that's one of those things. It's the plant gives you the color. Sometimes you make it yourself, like you were saying, when you mix two.
So our second wine is going to be from California, and I want you all here to take a taste of our first wine from Spain, the Pescador. Take a sip of that.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
this is the
then
one I
sip-
already poured a little bit earlier.
And next sip our California wine, and let's do a little taste testing, and then we'll
Okay.
announce what the California one is and which one you guys like better. Okay, ready, set, go. So here it goes. Here's the Pescador from Spain. Pescador from Spain. That's nice, light and crisp. Now,
Ooh,
This is
Okay.
a little more refreshing.
it's more of like a texture difference. between the
There's a
two.
big texture difference between this one.
Mm.
Leaves the tongue dry.
Yeah.
So
say the name. Which one?
the first one,
Pescador,
the Pescador
Spain.
leaves the tongue. So I think this is a drier wine. I think this might have a tiny bit of residual sugar, so it gives it a little bit
Yeah.
more sweetness.
What are we calling this one from California?
This one was going to be better for like
Is it Para Maria?
Yes.
fatty foods like
Is it this
cheeses
one? Yes.
and that kind of thing.
Para Maria
Where
from Santa
this
Barbara.
is going to be, I think, better with more buttery things. But they're both be delicious either way. But yeah, just similar but different.
So Owen, can you look up the Para Maria from Santa Barbara Rosé
Mm-hmm.
and see how they describe it online? Because I would say that this is. Would you say it's more medium body?
Yeah. No, it's in the same like body, but it's like the.
What would be the body?
I think it's still in the same category as the previous wine, where it's like has that same lightness level, but the way it just like Martin said, like this one leaves your tongue dry, while this one just kind of like it sits in the mouth a little bit more. So yeah,
But see,
it
I
might be
feel
the sugar
it's like
content.
heavier. You don't feel it's heavier?
It is,
yes,
yeah.
for a mouthfeel, it has a more definitely a fuller mouthfeel.
And what is that word?
So how it feels in your mouth, like some wines are really light, like watery in your mouth, and then some are thicker. So it's their how dense they are. And this
Wouldn't
one
that be the
seems-
body of it?
That could be. You could describe it that way.
Yeah.
You didn't describe it incorrectly. I was just using different words, different ideas.
I have the description.
Okay.
Dense strawberry and melon fruit dives deep into a sunburst blast of energy on both the nose and the palate. Fresh herb and wet stone complement the beaming red fruit, finished up with a spritz of lemon. Taut, high-toned, and bone-dry, yet carrying texture and fruit from the front of the palate through the finish. And that was the description of the Para Maria Rosé.
From Santa Barbara.
Yeah. From
And I
Santa
would agree.
Barbara.
When I
Yeah.
hear those descriptions, don't you taste that?
Absolutely. But I don't necessarily taste it before I read that or Owen. Thank you for reading that.
Thank you.
I got you.
But it's this idea of like as soon as I take a drink and then that's described to me, then all of a sudden those notes bounce out
Right.
ahead of time.
It
or
comes screaming
afterwards,
out,
though.
right?
Yeah. But I don't have it. I don't taste that all by myself usually. I'll pick up a few things, but like we were talking earlier about, there's certain people who have these super palates that can really describe and then remember. Our friend Brad from Mercury Wine,
yes.
he has a super palate. He remembers what every single bottle of wine tasted like that he's ever tried in his life. It's like and so
Indelible memory.
yes, and so like when he used to go wine tasting and learning how to make wine when he was in France and Italy and Austria and in Australia and all that kind of
I
stuff.
mean, technically, isn't there no wrong answers because everybody can taste what they want to taste? So if he kind of forgets on one, he can just fill in the gaps and be like, kumquat with a hint of
Yeah.
carrot
That's
and
absolutely
berries.
fair.
It could be
but
both,
where
though,
but where the memory comes
Forget
from is
anything.
he tries to make wines that match some of his favorite wines in Italy and France and that kind of thing, and then
Very
make it
interesting,
similarly.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
for him, it's just a different experience. You're right. I'm sure that there's tons of people who are faking it.
Yeah.
Right? There's
Yeah.
no doubt.
Well, but hold on.
And I
But,
think
but a
it's-
som that has the job, they taste like thousands of wines.
Yeah.
And they know what region it's from.
Well, right.
What it's
Yeah,
called.
you have to, and
what
what
kind of
I'm
grape
saying
it's
is you
from.
have
But
to
I
have
mean-
a special or a trained palate for that, and I
Yes.
just don't have that.
Yeah, and also it's like you're testing the same bottle of wine that this person is going to drink. So it's like you just taste it and describe how it feels to you, and obviously that person is going to be able to draw from it things like that because it's like
Right.
ultimately it is the same wine. But yeah, how much of it is placebo on the drinker's end of just like
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's a
taste-
great point, and I
Mhm.
don't care.
Okay, well, I must have a really good palate because I tasted a lot of those things before it was before Owen read.
Well,
the description
women
online.
in
Yeah,
general
which
actually
apologize for
have
technical
better
difficulties.
palates, have better sensory perceptions, especially as we grow older than men. So
Of course,
there you go.
we're more perfect. I agree with that. I agree with that. Okay, so now can you read to us, Owen, the Spanish wine that's called Pescador that's trying to save our ocean creatures with
Yeah.
cram foundation.
So the description of the wine is a pale plum color, fruity aroma, well balanced and silky in the mouth, and then dry and aromatic, lively, light, and exquisite.
See,
Wait, why do you keep saying ocean creatures like it's like the Loch Ness monster or something? It's marine mammals and marine life.
well, it's
Like,
probably 'cause-
creatures. You're making it sound like they're
It's
searching
because
for like
it's
mermaids
because of the
and
crazy creatures.
it's because we're
that's
gonna be
why.
drinking this wine. Next.
mythological
The
creatures.
crazy creatures wine from Austria is going to be our next tasting.
They're
and
saving the
that's
kraken.
We're saving the Kraken one show at a time.
I love it. I love it. So far between the two, if you had to pick one between the Pescador and the Para Maria from Santa Barbara, Pescador from Spain, which one's your favorite?
Taste-wise, the Para Maria, but the Pescador is better for ethical reasons.
Because they're saving the.
Well, and I
ocean.
also
Yeah.
think that like the Pescador, I think would be better with cheese.
Yes.
Real
More like a
fatty,
meal,
buttery, like real thick, heavy meals. Whereas this is just a what we call a porch
Separate.
pounder. You
Oh,
don't
yeah.
need food with this. You can just
No, no.
sit and drink this all day long.
Well, the Rosé Pescador has a really pretty bottle, and you can see it has like a sea turtle, it has some
Mhm.
fish on it. It has another big
How much was it
guppy
again?
on it. And it's very inexpensive. It's
$11.99.
I
$11.99.
kind of love it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
I love
very
it.
affordable. It's
Yes.
delicious. It's going to go extremely well with food.
And you're saving the ocean
The creatures.
fishes.
The creatures.
Fishes and creatures in the ocean.
And this
The
one,
ocean beasts.
this one is 20, so it's a little bit more.
It's double.
That's like something you get with
It's
a
double,
meal. Like,
and it's from
you're
California.
making a meal for someone and you want like a nice wine to
to kibitz before the meal. This is the one you want.
Yeah.
For the meal, this is the one. You
Yes.
And
absolutely.
what? So once again, the one from California. Can I have the bottle, please?
Want. But of course.
Is this one? Oh,
No.
I mean the California one.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this one. Thank you. Are you already buzzed?
No.
So 1999, Para Maria, Santa Barbara. Who picked this as our first choice?
Mine. It was mine.
That was yours? My first choice is definitely the Rosé Pescador. And once again, we purchased these wines at a little local shop called Far Away Wines. And Pat sold it to us she's very sweet, and she gave us all her favorites. So thank you, Pat.
I like it.
Yeah.
Pat and Chris that run.
These are
that
both
own that
And,
shop.
California wine.
This the
California versus
Para
California
Maria.
opening leg of the tourney.
Well, hold on. The Para Maria is Santa Barbara.
Well, the
This
pescador
one's
is from
Spain.
Spain.
It's
yeah.
from
Oh.
Spain.
Mediterranean.
So
Yeah,
this
is from
is
Spain,
a
Europe.
cool
It said,
picture of an owl. Just gonna say.
On
Right.
the bottom there doesn't say the pescador though, like California or something.
No,
I
no,
might have misread that.
no. In the back, it does say it's from Spain.
Okay.
Oh, it,
Yeah,
it
this
might be
one is from
imported
Spain.
to California.
Gotcha, okay,
That-
okay.
Yeah. But this Rosé Pescador that's saving the ocean creatures, the little fish and dolphins and sharks and
The
sea
ocean
turtles.
beasts.
They
Magical creatures.
they give a portion of their proceeds to the Cram Foundation. So okay, so let's move on to our next wine,
Yeah, that one's
Which is the crazy creatures.
Crazy Creatures.
this
See,
one I'm excited for.
right? Me too. Okay, Pat from
All
Far
right,
Away
you
Wines
need
says
an
one
empty
of her
glass, my
favorites.
dear.
Okay, here we go. Chug, chug, chug. The Para Maria from Santa Barbara, delish.
Yeah.
They're all
Alright.
delicious, but you
Anybody
know,
have an
if you
empty
have
glass?
to
They
pick,
want to try this
if
one?
it's your last meal,
Yeah.
which would you pick? That's what we're trying to do here.
Chet, you have
I
an
like
empty glass?
porch
You-
pounder for
you
that
can.
one. That's
There you go.
perfect.
And I'm keeping a little bit of my Pescador because that was my favorite to now taste with the Crazy
So
Creatures.
Crazy Creatures, which I love the name.
It's from Austria.
It's been Austria. So I was in Austria when I was younger, and I was in the Phoenix Boys Choir.
Really?
And I got to we got to stay with Austrian families. They basically adopted us for a week while we were there, and I got to live at with a
How old were
family.
you?
I was 13 years old,
Really?
and I got to live with an Austrian family that owned a bakery. So they lived above the bakery. So every morning that we were there, I would wake up to the smell of this amazingness,
Wow.
and then would go down, and they would just give us whatever we wanted, and we just.
Did you get fat?
I must have gained some pounds, but I was so
That
tiny
sounds
then.
beautiful.
I was
Yeah.
itty bitty back then. I was one of the littlest kids in the choir, and I just have such fond memories. They were such cool people, and just so welcoming. Like, you know, I think their daughter spoke English, but the rest of the family didn't really speak English, and so they just took us in. They had no idea who we were. And
Did you
just,
see any Crazy Creatures in Austria?
I
Why
did-
would they
all
name
right.
it Crazy Creatures?
So when we were in Germany, I stayed with a family that had a parrot that spoke German. And I just thought that was the wildest thing, because I'd never thought, I'd always seen, parrot movies where the parrot was speaking English, but I never thought, oh my God, they know other languages too. And but what I remember is le coup cacao, which means chocolate milk, and this parrot loved chocolate milk and would ask for it all the time.
How funny.
They go le coup cacao.
I love that.
And I
That's
remember
so
that
funny.
like
That's
it
actually
was
cute. I was
yesterday.
imagining a parrot speaking German to be like creepy or terrifying. But
Well,
No,
there we go.
No,
What's
it
it
was
called?
hilarious.
Where's that
that's
wine?
amazing.
Which one?
Our Crazy
The
Creatures.
Crazy Creatures.
Okay, so I like the picture on who would have thought you'd name a bottle of wine
Mhm.
Crazy Creatures, number one, and then put a bug on your wine?
Yeah.
That is super cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, Owen, what's the description online for
Well, it's
Crazy
interesting
Creatures?
because I'm getting
Austrian
some
rosé.
honeycomb, like
Yeah.
right on the nose. So that's kind of from a bee, right? So that's a creature.
Oh, okay. I taste a lot of citrus. I taste lemon,
Oh, yeah,
lemongrass.
this one's really
Yeah.
good. This one's really bright.
Yes. Yeah, it's
But it's like
spicy.
a mellow bright though. It's like a grassy citrus.
Yeah, lemongrass.
Yeah.
Lemongrass.
Boom.
Citrus.
Lemongrass. Yes.
I taste some cantaloupe.
Yeah.
Yeah, cantaloupe.
Grass has been set
Let's
on the field.
let's all get our description in, and when Owen
Oh, yeah,
goes to
yeah,
describe it, let's see who hits. I taste some peach, lemongrass,
I'm
lemon,
tasting grass.
citrus,
I
cantaloupe.
don't know about peach. Maybe apricot.
Oh, I definitely taste apricot.
Because there's some.
Yeah.
It's not sour.
It's more
But
fruity,
there's
A little
yeah,
bit.
there's more fruits and they're not sweet fruits.
It's
Yeah.
bone
Yeah.
dry.
So, and I don't know if I can't say that it's sour, but it's not. It's so good,
dry
though.
yet fruity though is interesting because you
Yeah.
would think that
Like
you
sour
would
apple.
go sugary.
Yeah,
with
because
that.
there's no sugar in there, but
Yeah.
there's
Dry,
so
bone
much
dry.
flavor
Yeah,
going
look
on.
how
Let's
light
get the
it
right
is.
terminology
Yeah.
here. Bone dry.
Yeah.
Very
Bone dry.
light body.
I love bone dry.
Bone
Dry
dry.
as the Sonoran Desert.
Dry as the weather outside
quite
today.
some
time.
You want descriptors.
Dry.
This
Oh my
is
God.
Arizona dry, baby. This is moisturizer on your skin dry.
Yes.
I do taste a little bit. It sounds crazy, but do you taste a little bit of vanilla? Chet says I say that about every bottle, but I taste a little bit of vanilla.
No.
No? Okay, I taste a little vanilla. Okay, Owen, what's our description?
Like
It is.
licorice.
Gotta say into the mic.
Oh, licorice. Yes, yes.
It is a cheerful and outgoing happy maker. With its elegant lightness and lively freshness, it is a perfect match for your summertime, and then enjoy the pleasant company of.
So they don't really have a whole lot of
Yeah,
descriptors.
they let
Wait,
you
It's
decide.
very crisp.
They
It
let
is
you
crisp.
decide.
Oh wait, that's what I'm getting. Green apple.
Yeah.
Green
There you
apple.
go.
That's it.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yes,
That's what I was
bingo.
trying. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
Green apple.
nice. Like
When you
those
eat it,
Granny
oh
Smith.
yes, absolutely,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
this is
dead
one of
on.
my favorites. Do you guys?
So
I
you
mean,
you guys have some good palates in
Well,
there.
Creepy
okay,
crawlers.
and let's take a guess. How much do you think this one is? Because so our first one was like 1999,
Creatures.
or excuse me,
Yeah.
The
Pescador
first
from
one was
Spain,
was 12,
11.99.
12.
right?
Yeah.
That one was 20.
1999, or 1969.
I'm
what the heck is
gonna
that?
go with the curve.
That's when
I'm
my brother was
say...
Is it? And then I'm not going to tell you how much it was. but
I'd
you
say
guys
I'm
have
gonna
to
say
guess.
25.
I'm gonna go with the curve. I'm gonna say like 30.
Okay, this one was $22.99.
Okay, 22
Okay.
bucks, not bad.
So 22
That's
bucks.
Still, that's still
Yeah.
really good for a good solid rosé.
But think about it. You come to a party, you want to bring something where you can brag about, hey, this is like saving the planet. You know, all the profits, you know, most of the profits go to help, you know, save our dolphins and our sea turtles and all that. So that'll be a winner right there. And especially if you're swimming, you know, you see all the fishies on it. That's cute. This one, I think, is kind of like a conversation piece.
Mm.
Crazy creatures. I mean,
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
go
You
to
know?
the, you know,
Yeah.
you're if you know a zookeeper and you want to go to their place, that'd be perfect.
There you go.
Like,
Or-
what is that between the bug's legs?
or if you're going to a relative's house or a friend that kind of annoys you, a misfit, you can be like, hey, this is just for you.
Yeah.
You crazy creature.
That's good.
Right?
I like that.
A disc gift? Try the next one.
Just like
Annoying
you.
bitch.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
From
my
Silicon
goodness.
Valley,
that's
California.
So now this is from Austria, which
This
is
annoying bitch. Is that a Merlot? Like what?
so this is actually my sweet grandma that passed away not too long ago, like maybe, I don't know, 5 months ago or something. Where she was born used to be Hungary, but now it is Austria. Where the actual city where she was born is now Austria. So this kind of makes me
You're
also.
making me check my posture.
It makes me think about my grandma. Isn't that? Does this make you think about grandma? Wait, why? Is my posture all bad?
Yeah, it was.
It was a pun. It was,
It
doing
was
a pun.
stupid. Yeah.
Austria.
It was
Carry
not
on.
stupid. That was a grade A
Wait,
pun.
wait, tell me,
Hey,
tell
got
me.
some
He
laughs.
said
That's all you could ask for.
Austria, my postria.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was good. Okay, well,
He just slid it in there. You were
Yeah.
you were saying something, and he slid it. in.
Okay, but that
Somebody
was
who
good.
doesn't have astute listening
I like
skills.
it.
No, actually, I've laughed at all your jokes so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super hit. You know.
Yeah.
It's just, you know.
So now let's taste test
Better on the
the
replay.
pescador to the crazy creatures. What do we like better?
Ooh, good.
Pescador from Spain, saving the planet, saving the creatures.
creepy
saving
See, I'm
Dollars.
still the Para Maria. This is the one that I have in my other glass.
Is that your favorite?
I'm still leaning toward that. I can't say it's my favorite because I would like it in a different situation. Like this one, say similar to the first one, the Pescador. This one I think would be better with food, especially cheeses. Like this would be amazing with some amazing Havarti. Or,
Well, to me, you want to have, when you have a very overpowering food that's like spicy and everything, you don't want to have a wine that's too strong and overpowering.
this would be
So-
better with spicy
Yes,
than this one.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like if
I agree.
I would want, again, I would want to drink this one, and then if I had some spicy food or then I would want either one of the other
Yes.
Either the
lighter ones.
crazy creatures or the
Yes.
pescador.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same boat because like the
two. Para Maria.
the Para Maria. Well, even then, still like the Pescador. Even I'm still thinking about it because it's like that's the one that's like I could drink that with anything, and
Mhm.
it's
And it's still the least expensive one.
yeah, and,
By far,
and
by
it's
far.
Like it's not like dull in flavor, but it's very understated in an appreciative way. If that
Mhm.
makes sense.
It's
Yeah.
very
It's very
subtle.
simple. It's very like
It's very stoic.
Yes.
It's
there
very
you go.
stoic.
Stoic's
It's
good.
very stoic.
I don't know. I think one of them. One of them. Very stoic.
All right, so
This
we're ready
wine,
for
you
number
shed a tear.
4.
Are we ready for number 4?
This is the most expensive one, I think. David, could you look at the? Don't reveal the price yet, but I think it is.
gotcha. Okay.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I kind of remember that
All right.
one.
Give me a moment.
Mm-hmm. Dun, dun,
Bam.
dun, dun. Once again,
Clean
Faraway
glass.
Wines in Phoenix, Arizona, on 32nd Street in Indian School. You've got Pat and Chris, and I know Pat used to do. She, I think, did the wine buying for Sanctuary for like, I don't know, 6 years or something. And now she and Chris, they did a lot of
Started
collaboration.
their own
Now they
thing.
own their
That's
own.
awesome.
They're friends. They're best friends. They're not, they're just really great friends, and they own that Faraway Wines together. Pat and Chris.
I love to hear.
Oh, something that's
success
really
stories
cool
like
that I want to tell David
Yeah.
and Chet and Martin and Ellen about is Chris has a really elaborate record collection, and at Faraway Wines he has a record player, and he asks you what you like to hear, and he puts on his old vinyl records,
Oh, very nice.
and I think that's super cool. So like everybody has access to the record collection, and you can just grab the record and he'll put it on. That's cool.
It's a classic move.
Totally.
All right. Do you have an empty glass yet?
I do now. I'm gonna get rid of my pescador. Pescador from Spain that's saving the planet, saving the ocean.
The nose on
One
this
fish at a
one's
time.
very interesting.
Mm.
Right off the bat.
I love this.
Yeah.
Chet's getting so sophisticated. He's gonna have a date and he's gonna be like, "Oh, the nose on this is so
More like
exquisite.
it's almost like champagne just off the nose.
It's so
Oh, wow.
harmonious.
Okay. Yeah. The nose is
It's so
definitely.
balanced.
Buttery.
Buttery is good.
Oh my gosh.
Buttery, absolutely.
This is amazing. And better yet, Owen, that when he takes his dates, he's gonna learn from all this. They're gonna be like,
This
Wait,
is
what is this
really
one
good.
called?
let me guess.
This was called
But Bandol
Bandol.
And,
La Chance.
from France.
This is from France. There's
this
a
one is
lot of
from
French
far
words
away.
here.
Yes, thank you. Faraway Wines.
Domaine Les Terres Promises.
Does it say what region in France? Is it Provence?
I think it's Domain of the Promises of Earth.
Oh my gosh, I love this
I
one.
was just about to
It's
say.
Wow.
really good.
This you
I
searched,
can't read
Wow.
anything else.
Wow.
Yeah, this one's something.
Saving the best for last. Wow.
Yeah.
But they're all
Yeah, good
great.
call.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Yeah,
Buttery
sometimes
was
like fuck those
perfect.
fish. Just drinking
Okay,
this
hold
back.
on. This one
it's very like
is.
it's
No,
got
there's-
kind of
there's
a
definitely- I
toasty
get
in the
honey.
back of the throat.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely get some honey.
I'd say
Wow.
honeysuckle.
This is
Honeysuckle.
this is heavenly.
Are y'all getting that like burnt kind of
Mm.
like toasty back of the throat?
Yes.
Yeah.
It,
love that.
It gives you
Smoky
this
almost.
Ooh.
it gives you this like
Wow, the
orgasmic feeling in
Yeah.
the breath.
So the
I mean,
nose
you're
is
not
so
wrong.
different from the liquid. Like,
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so let's do what. Remember how we're supposed to? Do we say the nose? We have to smell the nose.
Mhm.
Then we have to swirl, and then again we take a sniff of the
love the
sniff.
nose on this one.
Sniff.
Mhm.
Then again we sniff and swirl, and then we sip.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. Wow, that's so good.
Wow.
You sounded like a wildebeest.
This wine is so good.
I don't blame her. It was that good.
Right? It's so good.
yeah.
I am surprised.
Oh my goodness.
How
Oh my gosh. Give me the rest of the bottle.
The next level is on that one. That one's something.
This
That was-
is like
pretty good
this
wine.
is something you would want to celebrate your birthday with. It's so
Yeah.
it's so exquisite. It's so harmonious,
Mhm.
and it's kind of like perfection in a sip. Owen, what does it say?
So I have a review from Nicola, and he said another Bandol style of rosé, organic production, out of Grenache, natural wine, no filtration, medium orange color, medium intense, raspberry, strawberry, white pepper, fennel, jasmine. It has youthful acidity, and a medium body. And
Youthful acidity, just like Chet. Oh.
Love that.
Ba-dum.
Sorry, I was just trying to have a little humor in
Funny.
there.
Let him in. Thank you. Sorry, I have a little bit of a remodel going on.
Gotcha.
And people are watching my house, so I had to take that call. Okay, so I love that. Youthful acidity? Is that what it said?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. What does that mean to you?
I don't. It screams Chet, but I've never heard those two words together.
That makes sense, though. That makes sense.
Well, it's very poetic, but I have to say, this could be my favorite rosé I've ever tasted so far.
It's darn good.
I mean, it's
I have to say it's definitely better than the Parm.
It's
Maria.
heckin' great.
It's heckin' great.
it's exceptional. And David, how would you describe it?
Let me try again.
It's the nose. The nose is just killer.
Right? It's amazing.
It's got such a nice weight to it, I guess, where it's still like
medium body is what how Owen described it.
Yeah,
Medium
yeah.
body.
Yeah, it seems a little, more, a little
but
heavier
that
body than the
smokiness
first
is-
two.
It has more legs. When you swirl it around, you can see the legs swirling down.
She's got
Legs.
Yeah,
and she knows
that's
that
true.
he is. I mean, totally has legs. See the legs?
Yeah, yeah.
See? When you swirl it, it's got
That
legs.
is true.
That shows it has more medium body.
Mm-hmm.
The legs.
That's
Okay.
interesting.
Mhm.
But
I taste a
Boy,
little
this
bit.
one really has very.
I taste nutmeg
I
though.
doubt we
yeah,
can
the
show this in
smokiness
the.
Taste
is
the
very
nutmeg?
Yes,
Nutmeg.
yes. I was like cinnamon, nutmeg,
Yes.
clovey. All,
yeah.
Nutmeg.
It's just like seasoned, buttery,
Yes.
kind of like something, and it's
it's better than a buttery Chardonnay. I don't want to compare it to a buttery
Yeah,
Chardonnay,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it has that.
Way better.
That what I
That
believe it's
same
a malolactic.
texture and
Malolactic fermentation is what gives
Okay.
Chardonnay that buttery taste. So if they use malolactic acid in the fermentation, then that gives it that buttery. And I doubt they use that for this. So this is coming right from the grape.
Yeah, no, it's the most unique flavor profile of all of them so far, and how it just
I agree.
complex and yeah.
And I would pair this probably with.
There's like a smokiness, but it isn't too
sea bass.
overstated.
I would
and it's
prepare
very,
this with itself.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to ruin
Yeah.
this with food.
Yeah.
Well, I agree
Yeah.
with you. It's so good. You
So
just want to
good.
you don't need food with it. Yeah, I agree. It's sometimes
No,
you
these
need.
the Parmery and this one definitely don't need food, but this is like a meal upon it. It's like dessert.
For
Yeah.
something, I would
Desserts,
want to do something
right?
else buttery, like some bone marrow on toasted sourdough.
Ooh.
That would be so good. with
Yeah,
that.
because there is a savory component.
Yeah,
to
yeah. So
Sourdough,
it'd, like
good
it would go
choice.
really well with that.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
great.
Or
All right, pass that bottle
a
in here,
handmade
please.
I'll tell you,
tortilla or
I
something
never
like
had
that.
the bone marrow before.
Oh, and you want to pour it for
before your
everybody?
mom. She
It's so
introduced
good.
me to the
You're gonna
bone
walk
marrow.
around and give
thing.
everybody a
That's
little pour.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's really good for you
Wait,
too. There's a bunch of
this one.
micronutrients in it and stuff.
Yes.
So
So now I would say Spain, Rosé Pescador that's saving the planet, saving the ocean.
For
saving
$12.
The fish and saving the dolphins.
So if you're having
$11.
cheese, wine and cheese party, and you want to have a theme, saving
But
the
if you're
planet,
trying to impress your
one
lady
show at a time.
or your significant other and get them moist in the nether regions, definitely get the one from France. Wait, what was that from France called?
Bandol, I think.
Bandol. It's called the Bandol.
Yeah.
And you want
Especially on
your,
a hot summer day, things are gonna get sweaty after a couple glasses of this. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
oh, this is really, really nice.
This
oh my
is-
goodness. Okay.
this
And look
is-
at the
it's-
color. I mean, the color is so almost like
Amber.
Yeah.
amber.
Yeah, it's
It is.
it's
like
not
Give
amber.
me
red.
glasses and you'll be acting like Amber Heard.
There you go.
Oh,
No,
I
it's
love it.
there's
I
definitely
love it.
like it's an orange rosé, right?
Because if you compare
So
the,
good.
there's such a difference in color. Look at that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is more. It's a deep
Exquisite,
red,
it's just
plum
nicer.
red, and this is very orangey. Wow.
Yeah,
So
it's
good.
amazing. I mean, color doesn't always give
Can
you
you
an
pass that
indication
bottle?
of
I'm gonna
test.
take a picture of it.
This
The
one?
winner
So
of the
good.
day.
Yeah, right.
That-
Get that
Okay,
again.
so let's all go around and say our votes of what's first, second, third, fourth.
But like favorite.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
So we'll start with David.
Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Okay.
First, second, third, fourth. Like if you like had
You
to
know
decide.
what? The Pescador, just because it survived 3 rounds for me of just being like
Mhm.
the underdog, just like the working
Yes.
class blue collar girl. I
Yes.
think she pulled through for me.
Yes.
So I'll definitely put her number 1.
Yes.
The
The Para Maria.
yeah.
No.
The Pescador.
The
Pescador.
Pescador, that's right. The
The
Spain
Spanish
one.
one that's saving the ocean.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
saving the ocean, dolphins and fishes and
But-
Sorry, I'm
sea
momentarily
turtles
blacked
and-
out.
No,
the
you're
creatures, the sea creatures.
But in terms of just like, yeah, if I was trying to choose like a best wine, where if this is an occasion that is calling for, I need the perfect wine.
Like
I
you're
think this-
proposing to your
Yeah,
list.
something like that,
What
like
would
a
you
big
pick?
event or that. This would be more like this.
The Bandol.
Yes.
France.
The Bandol.
Dessert. I love how Martin described it perfect. It's just like you had a beautiful day, you've done everything, and then you're just like, let's just get a bottle of wine to close out the night or something like
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
at $37, it's still an affordable bottle.
It is.
Very
It
affordable.
is.
It's
For
not
what it
some like
is.
wildly expensive
But you're still
bottle.
like making an expression at the
Yeah.
same
Like if
time.
someone said that was $150.
Exactly, it's nice enough
I
to
believe it.
give as
I
like a
believe
gift
it.
or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
If somebody said that was $150, I would believe it. That's how good it tastes.
it's good. It's a
I
good
mean, you are
bottle.
gullible though, so this is not.
No, you believed it.
No, I'm gullible too.
Okay. And then number 3 and number 4, just because of the name, Crazy Creatures, number 3,
Mhm.
and then this one, number 4.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Chet.
I would have to go with the Bandol number 1,
Mhm.
and then the Para Maria number 2.
From
Okay.
California, from
Yeah.
Santa Barbara.
The
Okay.
Pescador number 3.
That's
and
from
then-
Spain.
Yes. And then the Crazy Creatures number 4.
From Austria.
But they were all very good though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we're splitting
They-
hairs here.
Mark.
Yeah.
Like the Bandol I'd rate like a
Quite
probably
literally.
like a 96 out of
Splitting
100,
neurons.
and the Crazy Creatures I'd probably rate like an 85. So they're all like in a very tight range. Like they're all very enjoyable.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think the French one was Head and Shoulders above.
Bandol.
The Bandol, yeah. I
Oh, that's why.
I think I'm
Yeah.
Chet and I have a very similar palate. I think I'm dead in line with what you were saying. This
What
one's
is it?
like 90, 95, 96. This is super high on the palate. This one was my second favorite. The
Para Maria.
Para
from
Maria.
Santa Bar-
And then the Crazy
Santa Barbara.
Creatures, like the Rosé Pescador, I'm gonna buy before the Crazy Creatures just because it's a good cause, and it's a good wine.
You're saving the ocean creatures.
Yep. And then the Crazy Creatures, I love just the name.
And it's from Austria, which
It is
where
all
my
from
grandma
Austria, which I
kind of
have,
was born.
yeah, my people are from that area as well, Hungarian and Prussia and all that. So,
Yeah.
but again, that's tough because they're all
Yeah,
really
they're all
good.
really
Like
good.
you hit like 4 home runs with these. Like any
Right?
one of
Well,
them.
Yeah.
faraway wines.
Delicious.
When you want a wine and you're in
Good
a hurry,
picks today,
run in
King,
there. Yeah.
I'll give
Pat,
you your props on that.
yeah, she
Yeah.
picked them all. Okay, so for me, I'm gonna tie. I'm not gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm tying the Spanish. Yes. Pescador
Well, I suppose it's your show.
with the.
Yeah.
With, these two are tied for me because
Yeah,
this one
I
is
get
ele-
you. I get you.
This one is almost $40, and this
Just
one's
love the
$11.99.
Mhm.
$12 to $40. So it's a huge price difference. So like if you're
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to watch your money,
Yeah.
you go with this, and then you're also helping
But
save
the
the.
Bandol will get you more drunk, and then you'll end up donating more to the Ocean Conservation Service later. It tastes so good, you'll be hammering like, oh, the fucking turtles, dolphins, and the Loch Ness monster.
Yes.
So I'm
Thank
gonna
you so
tie
much.
these
I
two.
want the Loch Ness
Yeah.
monster to stick
And
around.
then you drink the Crazy
Pescador,
Creatures.
save the ocean, save the planet, save our dolphins and sharks and fishies,
Mhm.
and then you have it on there, the sea turtles and the fishies. And this one is just exquisite. Like I just love it from France Bendel. So yay, faraway wine. Wow. So now that we've all had our little wine
Yeah.
tasting,
Yes.
how was your week? And what's going on?
You know what? I would love to tell a little story.
Because now that we're have a little tipsy, how much time do we have?
We still got like another. We're at 42 right now.
All right.
How
Can
many
I
minutes
tell
do
you
we have?
guys a story
10?
of what happened to me this weekend?
15.
Yes.
All right.
10.
So, A huge group of my friends were going to the Les Claypool concert this weekend on Saturday night.
Wait, last weekend or this weekend?
Last weekend, Saturday
Okay.
night, the
And you
July
didn't invite
15th.
me?
I didn't go.
Okay,
It was a
okay.
different thing.
Okay.
So, Les Claypool is a huge influence on our band, and so most of the band went, but I wasn't able to go because my cousin, who I don't get to spend a lot of time with, she's turning 40.
Oh.
And her mom, my actual cousin, so my cousin Susie, and Shantae is her daughter. It was her 40th birthday, and they've never done a murder mystery.
I haven't either. What is that?
That's fun.
Oh, a murder mystery party? You've never done
You
a murder
murder
mystery
someone
party?
and try to get away with it.
Oh.
Wait, people can
All right,
take a
so
clip
then you-
away.
This
So-
is a joke.
Okay, be careful.
All right, so
I don't understand a joke.
that
But
is
people
awesome.
can take a clip and put it on
Okay,
something
okay,
else.
okay.
That's true. All right,
They
so
can't. They can't.
I'm so glad that you've never done a murder mystery
I've never.
because I do it with an improv group out of Texas. So I do murder mysteries all the time.
Oh, we played a clue game
It's similar
with
to
your
a clue
ex-girlfriend.
game. Yes.
Oh, no. Are you talking about an escape room?
No,
No,
not a escape
no,
room.
at her house. Your ex-girlfriend. We did like everybody
Were you
was like
trying
a
to escape
whodunit.
from her house?
We played the no,
Every time I was there.
no. Come on.
Her house wasn't an escape.
No. She did some kind of a party where everybody
That's good.
had a part, like the clue game.
Oh, yeah, but
Yes.
that wasn't a murder mystery.
Of course it was.
No.
Yes, it was. It was.
Anyway.
Do you know the
Clue is-
game Clue?
Yes,
Clue is the
it is.
original
Yeah,
murder
Clue is the murder
mystery.
mystery. So
Yes.
that's exactly what we did.
Yes, that's what we
So-
did too.
So my cousin got together a bunch of friends for this person, and I came in and I hosted the murder mystery. And I was Maxwell Langley, the billionaire, so I wore my tuxedo and very fancy things. And my cousin Susie got a bunch of fake money, so I was get me a drink and handing him 100 fake 100, and just
Yeah.
throwing money around. It was so much fun.
How fun.
So it was a really cool experience of, here's this young woman, she's a mom, single mom, out there struggling, and to be able to come together, and all of her friends came together, and people were in all the women were in flapper dresses, and there was
that's fun.
20s music playing, and they decorated everything.
That's what we did with his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah,
we all wore a
No, it
costume.
sounds like they
was-
did it way better.
I was the
so
chauffeur.
We
I
didn't wear,
dressed
we didn't
up as a
wear
man.
costumes. Right?
Yes, we did. You were the only one that didn't. I have pictures. Everyone wore a costume of Chet.
And everybody got
I dressed
into
up as a man.
character, and there was
I dressed
and,
up as a
and there
chauffeur
was
man.
certain
Oh, that's fun.
there was
Yeah.
a certain like
didn't wear a
storyline
costume, that's why
behind
I'm
the
saying.
night, and there was clues, and I was the first person to die, and then Sherry, my wife, was the second person to die, and it was so much fun. We had such a blast. We didn't get home till like midnight.
It is fun.
It is
If you get into it and you like play the part and you really.
Yes.
Chet was
love
not
that.
going into it. I don't know what his problem was.
I would absolutely.
He wasn't. He
It was
didn't have.
corny.
He didn't
The
have
one
the
that
right
we did was
pen.
corny. Yours sounds way better.
I'll show a picture. It wasn't corny. I thought it was super fun. And
No, they're a blast. I've done them for company parties. Like they had no idea that one time we went in, and we call it an ambush. We went in, and I was supposed to be a stand-up comic. It was a Christmas company party, and they were expecting a stand-up comic. So, and then my manager was with me, and my girlfriend was with me, and so
Sherry was with
Sherry
you?
was playing my girlfriend, and so. We were having this huge, we were having dinner with them, and we're participating as if I'm going to go on as a stand-up comic later. And then my other friend Madeline comes in, and she plays my wife, and she makes this huge scene about that I'm supposed to be sleeping with Sherry, and then Sherry gets moved to another table, and it's a lot of drama. And we're cracking up, and everybody thinks this is real. So then everyone's like stressed, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And like,
What?
oh yeah, they had no idea what was going on. And then I go as soon as so they're sweating bullets throughout entire dinner. And then
great.
when everybody gets their dessert, I go up and start a stand-up comedy routine, take a sip of water, and then die. And then I come back up as the detective, and then they have to figure out which one of the three did it.
Oh.
And
That's cool.
some people think it's funny. Some people were kind of pissed.
Sounds kind of awesome.
Because we
Yeah, yeah.
totally fooled them, and they were all stressed out during dinner.
You guys pulled it off then.
Oh,
yeah.
we totally pulled it off. It was
Yeah.
so much fun. But that's the kind of thing, when you do those kind of shows, or those kind of parties, it's just so much fun because you get to step out of your life and be something different.
Yes,
You
and
get-
that's what I thought was fun with the Clue game.
So you were a
that we
chauffeur.
Yeah, I had I was wearing a tie. And
One of
have
us
the
had
little
way more
fancy-
fun than the other
Yes.
one had this.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and I had my hair pulled up in that,
Uh-huh.
and everybody had a costume on but
Yeah.
Chip.
It clearly
Is that
was
why you
way
guys
more
were-
fun in your opinion.
Is that why you guys broke up
No.
after that night?
Well, I think you have to be in the mood. You have to be.
No. If
You
you're fun.
don't. I'm
That's
talking
right.
about. I'm talking to Chad. I wasn't talking to you. You're always up for shit.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To the
Cheers.
bendel.